the stream. My name is Lee, and we are starting our stream before 1:40 today because we're kind of pushing, and my plan is to eventually get to the point where I'm starting them at 1:30 again. We're working on it. In the meantime, welcome on in. My name is Lee. It is the Game of Tomes Tourney of Tales. For those of you who don't know, Game of Tomes is pretty cool. It's a writer's kind of thing. I do need a shave. That's the thing about the what's the word? Testosterone. Is that yes, I am transitioning. I'm hella trans, hella queer, hella gay, all of that jazz. I have two pride flags, and but I feel like I should say it out loud just because apparently for a while there I was saying my pronouns at the beginning of every stream and still gave off straight girl vibes. So, there's that. Also, what was I gonna say? Braiding my hair. Oh yes, the other thing is that I do writing on the stream, and those of you who are familiar with the stream might know that I had gotten to a bit of a spat with what was the word? Microsoft. Um, they provided for a while um a free um version of Microsoft Word in browser, which I actually might still do that. I think you can't just get to it from the website. You have to go through hoops. Um, but all the files saved to OneDrive, and I don't want them in OneDrive. I want them in as my own files on my computer. Now I have LibreOffice. It doesn't make sense to use that. The only reason I really wanted it was the word counter. That was something I couldn't get, but I figured out a way around that, and that's LibreOffice. So, oh, you shift it on here. So there's that. Oh yeah, there we go. Now we just gotta. All right. So I've been working on typing because I can view the files. I can't even copy paste from them. I can't edit them or anything, but I can view them. They only work in Microsoft Word, and the only problem with that is that Word, except one of them, I was able to open with LibreOffice for some reason, but most of them only work with Microsoft Word. The problem with that is that I want files that I can open with things I can edit, and I'd like to keep going with them. So what I've been doing, since I can't copy paste them or switch the file type or even open them properly, my plan with anything else, my plan was I'm just gonna retype them. Joke's on you, I'm not paying for more storage space, and they threatened to delete everything in OneDrive, and I said fine, because they gave me a warning, and I was like, well, I'll use the warning to type it up. Anyway, back to that. I do have Windows, but the thing is, Windows is really sucky because you have to have a Microsoft account to have Windows now. It doesn't actually come pre-installed with operating systems because, that's a fun thing. Oh, sorry, ranting about Windows. My point vis-a-vis all of that was, hi, and welcome to the stream. Today we're going to do Type Up. Let me go and do one thing. I'm going to go to my personal Discord, and I'm going to tell everyone I'm live, and I'm thinking we go until 3-ish. It's a vibe. That'll give me a chance to get something to eat. We'll see how we feel. I know last week we ended the stream early, or yesterday rather, we ended the stream early. We'll see how that goes today. An ad break in 1 minute. I might go get cookies. What else? Let's do it. Welcome to the stream. Let's go. So, let me open. Let's see. So I think that one was the desktop, OneDrive, documents. Level C is documents. Level MISC, documents. So those are my actual ones that I. A, document 1. I think D is the ship. It's D the ship. B, I know we finished. B was the murder mystery. Yes, B was the murder mystery. Nope. Close. 2. Okay, thank you. Now, B was the murder mystery. So, starts in 40 seconds. Okay, so they're gonna have an ad break. And then, I'm gonna go with cookies, I think. I have Girl Scout cookies and it's not Lent anymore. Probably should be eating real food, but a pretzel or two to even out. I think that would be very fair. The peanut butter, they're probably not that much better for you, but I guess there's a little protein in there. Oh, maybe a piece of cheese or an apple or something. Anyway, so I got the introduction done. We're live. I'm gonna put Annie up. Yeah, cookies. I'll be back. And start typing. Sounds like a plan. Okay. And then I set it up so I can see the chat. Yeah. All right. Beautiful. Boom. Perfect timing. Bob. Hello, everyone. Welcome back from the ads. I have cheese and cookies, and I have still have water, and we're good. Okay, so, but this is the that this up. Okay. Hello, hello, Twy. Welcome on in. I'm just typing up my sorcerer one. Let's see if we can make this smaller. No, and then shrink it down. There we go. No, all I gotta be able to do is scooch it over somehow. Find a spot on it that it's not. There we go. And now I can kind of see chat, too. Not fully, mind you, but enough that I can, notice if someone says something, and pop in to say hi back. So, welcome on in. How are things? Let's see. Journey takes... Okay, 2 months. No one liked the, they're getting there a little faster. Alright, these are last light. Oh, yes. Okay. Let me also open up the, get a word counter. No, not a word counter. No, I think we're going by words. I'm gonna do it, so, light edits, which what I'm counting as, this one is I'm typing up to avoid having to pay for OneDrive, and they won't let me transfer my files over. So basically I'm just typing up my files. But, you know, okay, so, and the way GOT works, also, shout out to GOT, it's tournament month, and I am counting my words. And the way typing up counts, because it counts as light edits, and that means I can count either 1/3 of all the words typed, or, there's probably an explanation I can bring up if First Tome Night knew anything, but I don't know what to tell him, so, oh, right, that would be, I'm just going to use the alternate counting method of 1/3 words counted, either that or 15 words per minute, whichever is higher. I think is because you always count to favor for tome nights. I'm just going to do the 1/3. I usually just do 15 per minute and don't bother with the counting. I'm going to do 1/3 and not bother with the timekeeping today, so that'll be fun. Okay, so let us begin. Let's see. Journey takes about 2 months. That would have taken longer. Get there a little faster. That way I can chat and I'm not too worried too much about timekeeping. Let's over a little bit more. Or scooch you down a little bit more, maybe. Scooch it over a little. Okay. Trying to arrange. This is 90% of streaming is arranging your windows in such a way that there we go. You can see everything and still see chat, and it still looks good on stream. And that is like the 90% of streaming is arranging your windows when you work. Okay. No, keep this open, then open these two over the top. There we go. Now I can kind of still see chat and we can type. So, a little faster. The crew, at least, what's the one? Is fairly understanding. It's comprised of 15 15 sailors. You know what? We're gonna use a semicolon here. 3 of them, that's lowercase, are Obsidian Bloodline women. Obsidian Bloodline, yeah, Obsidian Bloodline, I don't know, women, when Heliodor Bloodline Beige Boy, which is sort of a catch-all term for, BIEG. It's a catch-all term for a number of intersex. It's a catch-all term for certain types of trans and intersex. Yeah, for certain types of trans and intersex. I kind of was like inventing gender identities that didn't kind of fit the schema. You know, inventing gender identities basically among source and populations, and Beige Boy was one of them. And I feel like I defined exactly what that meant somewhere else. But yeah, it's a the intersex thing, I think. Let's see. 4 of whom are just plain old men, cis men. 4 of whom were 3 of them. 4 of them were right. Right. One of them, that's lowercase. One of them, hang on. A Heliodor. 4 of them were Heliod Bloodline men. I wonder if Heliodor, does it know how to, nope. I probably should check the spelling on Heliodor. It's a type of gemstone. Heliodor. D-O-R, okay. Heliodor, yep. Wait. The Heliodor, yeah. Heliodor. Or Heliodor. It's a type of blood, Heliodor. Yep, that's how you spell it. It just doesn't like beige. Is beige spelled right? Beige is not spelled right. Beige. Yep. Heliodor, no E, but it is spelled correctly. Bloodline men, right? 6 of whom were mundane men. Were mundane men. That's a kind of neutral variant as opposed to clean blood or blank blood, which depends on, yeah, clean blood or blank blood, which is, I guess it depends on whether or not you have positive or negative feelings toward that kind of bloodline. All right. Blah, blah, blah. And one of whom was a mundane woman. Oh, yes. Yeah. So they had a lot of variance in terms of gender and bloodline status, and so that kind of, um, yeah, so that they kind of were chill about the horde of refugees. Let's see. Um, None of them seemed to have any problem. Had None of them seems, except to have any sort of problem with um the sorcerer and refugees. They are refugees. Sorcerer. Okay, yep, I spelled it right. It's an actual word. And to the amazement. Blank blood. Oh, the crew got him. Beautiful. Okay. Raised railway. No, I don't think so. This is probably a different one. I don't know which one you're thinking of. This one doesn't have trains. They do not have trains yet. Actually, they might have some semblance of them, but it's not a big thing. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, they're probably, yeah, I don't know. I probably invented a world with a raised railway, but I can't think of one off the top of my head that has them. I invent a lot of worlds. Some of them slip through the mental sieves. Huge mountain. Oh! Are you thinking of Zilly, where? The Zilly one. Um, Yes, Zilly. That's Zilly, and that's not a railroad. That's a regular old road. It's not a railroad. It's a regular old road, and actually, it's not even like a road. It's just a footpath because the messenger monks run along it. The the what's the word for them? The ones who have the placard of Dwib. They run along these and they're actually okay. Yeah, they. Mm, I'm good. Okay. Yeah, they run along them, and that one has because you were making me a map, I remember, and I did give you the place names for all of them. Remember? Yes, they run. That's their thing. Their messenger. They run along this road. Maybe not run, but like they travel at a steady jog, like a or power walk. Like they go manually on foot over the road between the different the different monasteries that then act as message dumps, and anything they can carry can be sent through there. Um, but if it's too big for people to someone to carry on foot, then um, ooh, yay, that's good. Oh, the other one is the what was it, Ceres, because Celax is kind of really wants to see it because he has a special place in his heart for Ceres and Anika. But yes, yeah, the I gave you all the place names if I remember correctly. Let's see, the sorcerer and crewmates. Oh, um, that'll work. Blink Blood and the sorcerer got along pretty well. That works too. Okay, that's rewording, but while it wasn't possible to get mundane coworkers, or um, um, Alright, uh, yes. I might be able to help you with the info, because I actually, Sarah's, is my campaign. But yeah, the problem is he works overnight and sleeps during the day, so contact is not fun. You might be able to catch him at like 2 in the morning when he goes on break, but just that's when I sent him all the stories about Saris and Anika. What was I gonna say? Oh yes. Blah 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 blah. Okay, yes. Okay, so one of them, no one managed to get a job. Um. Da-da. Um. Yes. Yes. Into C2 groups. Um. Right. Hope that maybe things would be different in Ashrill. Bob. Yes. Boop. Okay. That is. Oh, right. I have to mute the. Yeah, yeah, sure, sure. I'm doing it. I'm doing it. I'm doing it. I know it beeps. Hang on. I will. Um, do the thing. Um, secret. Um, um. Oh, yo, is your foot doing the thing again? That is not good. Foot doing the thing is bad news. Don't let your foot do the thing. Foot doing the thing is bad. Um, bleh, foot doing the thing is not good. At least, okay. At least one of them became pregnant. Became pregnant. There was, okay. Consistent tensing. Hang on, consistent tensing. There are 20, okay, so takes about, becomes pregnant, ends up pregnant. We're gonna say ends up. Okay, hang on, now we have to go check the tenses. It takes about 2 months, though would have taken longer if, da-da-da. It's fairly understanding. It's comprised of, da-da-da, 3 of them are, dang it. Tensing is annoying. Once you agree, it's comprised of R, obsidian, one of them are Heliodor, both and beige boy, 4 of them are Heliodor, both men, 6 of them are mundane. And one a mundane woman, so 5 men and a woman. None of them seem to, yeah, have any sort of problem with the sorcerer and refugees, and to the amazement of said refugees, blank, or, to the amazement of said refugees, the blank bloods on the crew. No, and, yep. It is and, hang on. To the amazement of the blank bloods, the blank bloods on the crew got along fairly with their sorcerer and crewmates. While it wasn't impossible for, okay. That's a little thing, and we're gonna say, and to see the troops get along gives them hope. Yep, gives them hope that maybe things will be different. Will be different. Be different. Yes, will be, and then yes. Like the captain who was snippy, yes. Okay, so there, yes. Takes about 2 months, at least one gets pregnant. There is all sorts of drama. Yeah, they're basically coyoteing these guys out of the country. Um, Yeah, just also get vitamin C. Scurvy, that's a problem with scurvy. I will tell you. Get vitamin C. Um, that's a big thing. Yeah, vitamin C, I will say. I mean, I can't diagnose you, I'm not a doctor, but that is a very common symptom of scurvy. Also, you know, is having things that won't stop bleeding. So, yes, vitamin C might help. And it's just a generally good idea to have it anyway. Drama. This is why I'm not tracking by time, because I'd have to, let's see, drama. Um, with so many people, packed into such a small space. Um, Luckily, no one gets seriously hurt or sick. Oh, actually, yeah, they have. Okay, they have Leslie bloodline, so she can cure anyone, more or less. It's just awkward. And then the Obsidian bloodlines, they can cure any other sorcerer. So yeah, or sick. Uh, uh, um, Lazulite. We're gonna say Lazulite. Oh, and how many Obsidian bloodlines do they have? Because they've got at least um, and 3 Obsidian bloodline sorcerers aboard. Obsidian is hard to spell on board. Let's see. The only trouble. Um, yeah. Out in the open. Weird. Yep, that's weird. She. Okay, tries. Wait. That. He tells her that. Yep, that's a complete sentence. If it's. She tries to tell him. Mm, yeah, not like she'd go off in a private room or anything. He snidely tells her. Yeah. I mean, her child. Okay. Um, 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 boom, 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 boom. Probably not. Okay, understood things. Wait, hang on. I should probably check up to keep an eye on. This is why we're doing it this way. 14 minutes. Okay. But pre-rolls are on, so that's. Mm, pre-rolls are okay. So. Mm, I have cooking. I have Girl Scout cookies because it's no longer Lent. I stocked up. Okay. All right. Um, told his fellow crewmates to let it slide. Fellow crew. Um, 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 right. Takes him under her wing. Yep. Of solidarity. And the crew's kindness. It's still an unpleasant time. Yep. They kill off Sir Robin's minstrels. Sorry. Bloop, blop. Alright. Sorry. Finally made it to. Make it to. If you know. It's the town. The ship pulls in. Into port at noon. Demands that everyone get off the ship. Get off the ship right away. Up. Um, And they went up. Um. Mm, mm. Yep, land legs. I think the condition is called. Mm, trying. Um. Yeah. Mm. Yeah. Multitudes. Um. Mm, on the docks. Going every which way. None. Okay, and none of them. Alright. Beautiful. Okay, so. Done. Now, hit save. Yes, it's fine in rich text format. You need to calm down. Okay. Beautiful. No, no pie. Sorry. Don't have any pie. I have Girl Scout cookies, but no pie. If you can meet me in New York City, I can drop off a couple boxes for you. But, alright, now, right, let's go here. Um, okay, so we go here. Now I can actually Control C. Boop. Okay, and we bring up the word counter, right? Nope, that needs to get cleared. Control V. 413. Oh, hey. Nice. And 413. So, it would probably be, 138. It would probably be faster if we counted by, what's the one? I probably have been, actually, I'm gonna make up 140 just because there are a few, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so 142. Yeah, 142, because I typed up 5 words at the end were my own. So 142, but, probably would have been more if I'd been going by time, but also half the time I was sticking around, so that's probably why I only got that many done. Okay, so, or why it took as long as it did. And, so, that's 142. Oh, yes. If any of you are, participating in Game of Tomes, remember you can put your words in any time. I'm gonna keep going a little after this. Um, um, yes. Um, let me go to... What am I doing? I'm doing a thing. Oh, yes, I go here. Hit mollusk. Oh, for fudge's sake. No. I have to do the thing. Um, 2. It's... Yep. Okay. Boom. 142. If any of you are participating in GOT, you should write your totals in. If you are not participating in GOT, you should figure out what it is, and you should participate because it's fun. And if any of you want, all you have to do is just pick a house and start reporting words to it, honestly. You can only report words about one house, for the month of, November, though. So, if you pick one, you can just throw in words, over the course of April, and see how many you got. Like, oh wow. 54,000, there you go. Okay, 142 is also challenge week, so it's down there. 84. Okay. Um. Mm, mm, Alright. 11. Alright. Let's see what we got. Okay, so. I'm probably not gonna hit the challenge week challenge, but I can probably get to, I can probably get it to whatever. Okay. But, in any case, there's that done. So, we saved it, right? We saved this. So, there's that. Let's see, we hit save. What else? What do we got? I think I'm gonna start, let's see, it's 2:19. We've got a little while to go on stream. I might, 3 minutes. Okay. So, if you happen to be in chat, and you happen to, want a particular thing to happen in chat, you can say that. Otherwise, I guess I'm gonna move on to the next type of project. Yeah. I'm gonna move on to the next type of project unless someone says something in chat. Oh. It's just, oh. That one's been published, so I don't know. Yep. Alright, C, that's B. That's D. C, we have RTF format anyway. We have RTF and doc. Oh, yeah, docx. Okay. Oh, that was. Okay. Homework religion, RTF, or memes. Memes. Octopus late. Oh, that's a, right, okay. Nope, that's the 10-4. The 1040. Leslie A. Alright, let's go with Leslie A. Let's go with Leslie A. No. What else? But yeah, enough. Normandy of the Death didn't hit them. Yes, so these are, yes, so, if we go File, New, Text Document. Alright, and then we close that one. Yep, okay, so, we're putting up a new text document. How long until we have? 1 minute, okay. So yeah, unless someone in the chat says, hey, maybe we should do this instead, I'm gonna just start typing up the next one. What? Yep, ad starts, okay. No one in chat seems inclined to do so, so, you know, we're just gonna start on that. Anyone wants to say anything in chat, you got your options, you know. No, not that one. We're gonna go Times New Roman for this one. Times New Roman. I'm gonna do 8, 16. Yeah, fuck it, we're gonna do 18 because it's just scrunched up, we're gonna have to do 18. That's fine. Ad starts. Alright. I'm gonna stretch. I would encourage you all to do the same. I am an honorary self-care capo, so you have to listen and you have to stretch. Okay, do you want me to do something other than typing up? That's my question. If you need something other than typing up, you have to say specifically what you want me to do instead, and then maybe I'll do it if I'm feeling particularly frisky. After the ad break. When I do my stretches. And maybe get some more water. Sloshy. And okay, not so many of these. Put those aside now. Pretzels. Okay. Ooh. Yeah. Yeah, too much sugar, I'll start getting headaches, and I don't need that, so. We're switching to pretzels. Uh-huh. Okay. Tell you what. You mean, Heatherland, right? Um, that, like we did for the charity stream. Alright, hang on. Wow. Okay. Alright. Alright. Cool. Boop. Hmm. Alright. Tell you what. Um, I'm gonna start typing. And you're gonna pitch me what our next adventure should be. Broad strokes. Um, where in the world would you like to go? What kind of nonsense would you like to get up to? And then I will consider that while I work. And then, if you give me something to work with, then I will consider plotting another one. Alright. No, yeah. The two were of roughly average size. Perhaps small side with reddish brown. That's one more. Hair. Uncut. Um, unfastened braids. Was typical. Like unfastened braid, like this one, where I don't tie the end off and it kind of just stays. It was the last light. Um, the usual veins of patterned skin. Actually, you know, yeah. Yep. Lazulite patterned skin. Because the one shots are very specifically designed to be a closed loop, and yeah, it was very specifically designed to be a closed loop. So I had no intention of ever bringing that one up, again, and it was Jemmy canon, the integration of it into the world, which, I mean, I could make that canon, I suppose. Um, and then blah. But my point is, you got to give me something more to work with than that, because I never really, Um, I won't. You don't have to Don't even have to give me the whole thing. Just uh, spreading from. The problem with those ones are they're there's not a lot of like monsters and ancient tombs. There's a few here and there, but mostly it's um political nonsense. And yeah, there's random monsters encounters, but it's a lot of political nonsense and wizards trying to kill the characters. Once you piss off a wizard, you are in this world. They will hound you because a lot of them are a little bit insane. Especially if you piss off disciple of the Shadow Pharaoh, who is an aspect of the God whose name no one dares mention for fear of Eldritch Ruin. If you piss off one of them, that you basically piss off two of them, and you're basically screwed. Um, Fall in with the New Crusade or against the New Crusade, as the case may be. That's options. Actually, you could be traveling through the Empire. You could. That's a thought. But of course, then they'd have to do new characters, and I'm thinking you're kind of becoming attached to the character, is what I was guessing, right? You want to play Brunhild or, I mean, if Brunhild is a very similarly named sister, you could play her too. Um, and that an interesting question of whether is if Brunhild got stuck through a portal, getting Brunhild home would be a big challenge, wouldn't it? Be an interesting thought. Um, um, their heart, their hearts down their arms, their arms, and back and stomach, arms, backs, and stomachs. Marking out as of the bloodline. Yeah, that's how the bloodlines get their name. Is the two of them were just on the cusp of being old enough to understand what it meant that she was dead. Um, though young enough that the full, yes, the full of death did not hit them. Yep. In the week after their grandmother's death, leading up to her funeral, the two were dressed. Um, um, there's the question though. Amethyst is not of this setting. I will say there could be a Brunhild of this setting, but that isn't the Brunhild that met Amethyst. Um, Amethyst is very much of a time and a place. Um, she is not so much of the multiverse. Unless she has a different elf girl who gave her flower crown. Oh. Because there are a lot of young elves. I wouldn't say they don't give out flower crowns occasionally. But, um, 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 right. The question then, though, is could you go through trying to get Brunhild back? Ask the question. Um, are you trying to get Brunhild back through the portal? Or get Amethyst through the portal? Um, or did Amethyst get through the portal and they're trying to chase her? Because trying to chase down Amethyst could be a fun little uh, setup. Mm-hmm. Um, that intact tops usual over jumpers. Um, mm, mm, um, um, right, true. Amethyst went in the portal because she's Amethyst. Yeah, okay. I'm sure she had a very sensible reason for doing so. Well, sensible by Amethyst standards, which is, in fairness, not very sensible. Yeah, and now she's running around Sprintia trying to find freaking where Amethyst went with the dried up flower crown, and fell in with um a wizard who's recreating Forbidden Empire techniques. A halfling cut off from his father, and a drift after his father's death and cut off from his people, and a lizard man searching for glory, far from home. And then they um find Amethyst or find him. Find her. Because Amethyst could use booze. Well, actually, no, she doesn't really do a lot of drinking. She likes fripperies, though. Um, um, I believe she's a paladin of Desna. Actually. She'll probably end up in the Temple of Desna. Just like vibing. That could be a thing. You'll find her in the Temple of Desna. Traditional morning garb. Fair. Okay, just a monk. Interesting. Not a paladin. Alright. In which case, she may or may not have ended up at the monastery. Alright. There are at least two amethysts. Um, in two different versions of reality, one of whom went through the portal to Greyhawk. Um, yeah. Um, yeah. One of them went to a portal to Greyhawk, and then went to a different portal chasing after Brunhild, who, if I recall correctly, um, hmm, um, mm-hmm. We're also found a typo. Dressed. Um. Um. Feminites. Um. Uh. Dress. Dresses over jumpers. And over jumpers. Or without the removable. Um. Removable top. With plus there's pockets of the skirt. It's, um. Tops. Um. Describing morning garb. You don't wear shoes when someone's died. It's tradition. Oh, tradition. Um, all right. Oh, but at least college and women's, right? 151. She choked on a fishbone. Yeah, Light Bloodline sorceresses do not die. Oh, they don't die of old age. No, Light Bloodline don't tend to die of old age. At least not. They at least get older than. Okay. Um. Of trousers, shirts with wide sleeves. Hmm. Over vests with pockets. Pockets. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Uh, mean, yep, they take, see, only one in, like, I think, like, two-fifths, like, 40, it's only 40% of the children are born as girls, and a training house takes one every 5 years, so they all have oodles of kids, and keep the households tight so you don't count the households separately, because depending on which district, if you're living with your mother, even if you have children of your own, they count as her children, not your children, so they don't count as her types, and you only have to provide one kid, and it's a whole hot mess of that. And whether mother-in-laws count, varies, and, or mother by pledge, or, a whole host of things going on with that. Mm. Oh. But having the training houses is the only reason they don't have a universal draft. So they kind of, yeah. And the only reason they don't have a universal draft. So, yeah, that's how it goes. Isn't it? Um, um, something crab. Hi. Um, I do not know why you put a B with a. I don't even know what kind of accent mark that's called. Honestly, kind of cool. Um, streamboo.com. I'm not going. Um, um, I don't need viewers. I have viewers. I have a handful of very fun friends in the chat, and I'd rather have them in the chat than any viewers I could purchase. I want people to come to the stream because they like it, and I don't have it. Frankly, I don't have any money to pay for them with, so like I can't afford to pay people to watch my stream. So if you want to stay, you can show up and watch. If you want to leave, you can. I don't know if you're a bot or a paid shill, but either way, you're allowed to stay. You just yeah, suck suck. Okay. But I will tell you, if you are a paid shill, that your prospects are bleak here, and you should probably head off. To come to her funeral. Funeral. Being. Um, uh, spans. Had not died of. Yeah. Being of the last light bloodline, or being nursed by a mother of the last light bloodline, whether or not she's your biological mother or wet nurse, or your biological mother, and being nursed at a young age will, in fact, give you an expanded lifespan and resistances to a lot of common diseases, and yeah, make your generally are healthier and long lived over time. How much of a fact is how long you're nursing. So a year or two isn't going to get you much, but just how long. Most babies don't nurse more than 3. And yeah, um, what was I gonna say? Most baby don't nurse more than 3, and so Leslie bloodline they do it different, but um, you know, if, the longer you nurse, the more pronounced the effect is over time, which means Leslie bloodline sorcerers who I don't know, is it only a feminine trait? That's the interesting thing. They're high powered royal sorcerers get extra boost in lifespan. Ooh, they probably live for like a couple hundred at least because they're starting getting dwarfy level, well, like Numenorian level lifespans because they got all the extra juice, um, which is not necessarily a bad thing. Yes. Should not died of old age, but choked on a fishbone. Yeah. Old age of 100. 151. Don't forget the second half of 50. Okay. 51 is okay. Been living. Pledge mates. A handful of siblings. Siblings. And her sister. Her sister's pledge mates. They have long. They also pledge mates. All brothers and cousins of her pledge mates. Um, Complicated polyamorous household for the win. There are two different types of two different um, bloodlines of sorcery. Actually, there are at least 4 different types of bloodlines that always have convoluted polyamorous, and then Heliodor bloodlines. Just yeah, they all have convoluted polyamorous um, uh, arrangements. I would say all of them are inherently societally polyamorous. Now, whether or not some of them are intrinsically or would be inclined toward monogamy if they had the option, you'll never know. But that is just one of those things. Yes. I am feeling a nap, I think. Oh. But we did pretty well, and we streamed for over an hour because we actually got started on time. That's the thing about actually getting started on time, is you get a decent amount of streaming and don't get late. So what we're gonna do is go to the end of this paragraph. Yes, the end of this paragraph of her pledge mates. Count out a third. Plus one of their sisters. Sisters. Who was pledged to a slew of two ins. Yes, brothers. Okay. Distinct household. Which meant 3 daughters. Tithed every 5 years. And since they'd moved out together, together in that height in the same years. Yep. Okay. Um. Your sister, which included her sister. And her sister's pledge mates, we're agreeing is one word. Yep. Okay, so we got all this. Up here. I'll save. Yep, the morning of the Lazarites. Okay. Oh, for fudge's sake. Well, I mean, I can open it later. It's fine. Let me go to word counter. Clear. Paste. 390. 1/3 of 390 is 130, right? Yep, so 130. Let me put that in for Sarapata is 130. Edit. Boom. Okay, so. And then I put the 130 in, add 130 to here. Plus 130 is 7. Oh, it's 18. 14. 18. Alright, 18. 1,814. Alright, so I need at least another 1,500 tonight, I think, to make that even. And I think that's doable. And then I have a fighting chance of getting to the, what's the one? 50,000. Okay, so it's 254. I would like a little bit of a nap before work. So what we're going to do is I'm going to end the stream here. Thank you all for watching. I greatly appreciate it. If you, are from GOT, I don't know if any of you guys are here, but, bring out your words. Bring out your words. Bring out your words. This is your chance. Come on, everyone. Alright, oh yeah, I have infinite 5 points. Alright, I will say this. Thank you for coming. You guys are awesome. If you want to support me, this is how you do. What else? No stream tomorrow. What else? No stream tomorrow. Everything's good. What else? I think that's it. I just want to make sure anyone who might have words can bring them in. What else? What else? Yeah, I guess the rest of this will have to be done later. Still, we're getting there. We're making progress. Thank you all. Take care of yourselves. I will see you on Tuesday, if not before. Tuesday, if not before. Alright, let's go rating. A rating. Wordy Girl's up. We got Lady Winter, Wordy Girl. Who else we got? JC Boom. Let's raid JC. We haven't raided JC in a while. Obviously, there's other fun people who aren't GOT people we could raid, but I'm gonna raid JC because we're all raiding GOT people because it's that. Alright, we're gonna go see JC. Probably some fun stuff. Okay, off we trot. Come on. Off we go. 3, 2, 1, let's jam. Let me just pop